What's around, everyone? How y'all doing out there? How has this full moon in Libra? How's that been going, right? All right, so this is going to be about what you need to balance. Okay, so what right now, whether it's love, whether it's business, whether it's career, whether it's personal growth, relationships, whatever it is, what is it that you need to balance? And this is going to go by your zodiac sign, and then your sun, moon, and ascendant of that zodiac sign. So if it's for Aries, it's for Aries, sun, moon, and ascendant. Okay? Or some people like to say rising, sun, moon, and rising. Same thing. It just means it's in your first house. That's all. So let's get into the energies of the Libra full moon. Now that we're fully into it, let's see what kind of advice these cards have to tell you about how to balance or what needs to be balanced. Enjoy. What's around? This reading is for Libra, sun, moon, and ascendants. Hi, Libras. How y'all doing out there? I know y'all been in the media a lot, right? Probably the ones that's not watching, but for those who are watching, you could probably look at your own life and just compare it to the celebrities who are Libras out there going through something and be like, you know what, I feel the same way. So not all Libras, just some. But here it is. Some of y'all Libras is completely balanced. This is an excellent card for Libras, just where it stands and what it means. So everything is flowing, and just the fact that the Libra moon, full moon, is considered like a pink moon, or a blossom moon, or a flower moon, or even like a fish or a frog moon, anything water moon, and as you can see, there's water here. So make sure you balance out pretty much every aspect, because this is a total balance. I know in the beginning I said this is for love. You can apply for love, for business, for anything in your life. This is in totality. So you're going with that balance. Some of y'all Libras. Some of y'all Libras are cutting back. Y'all learning what moderation looks like, and you're acting in that moderate way. You might have splurged, even giving some people your time and attention. You had to now scale back on that, because now you need to use that energy for something else, in order to help you become, complete or feel whole or fulfillment within yourself. You also have learned about patience, and you're using patience in your life. I mean, everybody should have got some lessons about patience during this whole pandemic type era, but you really putting it into your daily life, whether it's dealing with having more patience with your kids, having more patience with your coworkers, even having more patience with yourself, having more patience with your lover, trying to balance things out. However that is, that's what you're doing, and you have a sense of purpose, like what that end result should feel like. You know why you're doing it. There's an intent behind it. You're not doing things just to be doing things. You're showing action with a purpose in it, because once again, you're not wasting your time and attention anymore. And Libras have a wonderful tendency right, have a tendency to just want to help people all the time, and that just comes along with, being a Libra, in that balance, in that justice, in that fairness. And this is what you want in your life, completely, all the way around, every aspect of it. So those Libras who are doing that, yes, keep on doing it, because you can't go no wrong with balance, and you're in alignment with not only just the moon energy, but just your energy in itself, letting things flow, finding, where things go, and putting them in that spot, using moderation for things, even cutting back on foods. You can't eat too much bologna. Like you eat bologna every day of the week, after a while it's like, okay. You're going to start seeing some kind of effects for that. Instead of getting bologna, you might want to get something that's not so processed, meat, and switch that for that, and maybe have bologna, once a week. Now, I'm just giving you an example, right? For those who are not even feeling nothing that I'm saying, that means because you trying. You try to realign right now. You got the water spilling all out the cups. It's not even making it in the cup. You know how you try to open up a bottle of wine or champagne or just a bottle of soda, anything, and you try to pour it in the cup right, and most of it ends up on the table and spills onto the floor. You know, until you learn, somebody tell you, tilt the cup or tap it up here or give you some kind of tricks or trade. So you need to get some tricks and trade about how to pour this water back in this cup and back and forth so evenly, so balanced, so in alignment. And kind of like, yeah, you could have your one foot in you know, how you feel and all that, but you have your other foot on you know, what it actually is. You know, like, don't fool yourself. You know, start doing some self-healing, some self-acknowledgement, some self-awareness, just to help you. Also, use some of that moderation, you know, start cutting off things that's taking too much of your time and using too much of your time where you know putting in that energy is not getting you nowhere. So you need to put yourself in a spot where you can start aligning yourself, where you can start picking up some habits of not going overboard, you know, knowing how to use that moderation. And that starts with yourself. That starts with going in that closet, okay, turn off the lights, you know, metaphorically, you know, and doing some self-healing. And this is a full moon time, so what better way than to take that time off? The universe says it's okay. The moon says it's okay for you to take that time off, whether it's from your friends, your family, a surrounding. Maybe it's time to take a quick trip somewhere or a long trip somewhere, you know. But whatever you can do, you don't do it. Maybe it's time for you to, you know, go out to the parks now. Everything is starting to open up, and now we got a little bit of freedom, right? So go ahead out and use it. Go out to the museums. Go out to places that you know that is going to put you in a positive space, and start there, because your environment is everything. So if you can change your environment, even if it's for an hour, for 10 minutes, you know, instead of going down the same street, maybe there's a brighter street that you really never go down, but every time you go down that street now, that might give you some good positive vibes. You might be catching some good ideas about yourself, some things that you want to do. So start switching up things for people who are not feeling balanced, for people who are feeling like things are in chaos and you're doing excess, and your life is just excess of everything. Start to get into that minimalist mindset, like, is this needed or not? And this goes for people, places, and things. So have a wonderful day and night. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, for the Libra Moon energy, which we calling this, the flower moon, the full moon, the egg moon, the water moon. Just get it flowing, right? Get it flowing, get it growing, you know, get it in the right element, the right temperature, the right watering. All that stuff is going on right now. Do that with yourself and in your life. Have a good day and night. What's around Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your tarot reading for the full moon in Leo that we had, also called the water moon, or the flower moon. Some call it the budding moon, or the egg moon, because a lot of mating and creating is going on right now. And water, because things are flowing. Things are flowing back. Again, things are becoming new. All right, so that's a message for you. Just look outside, okay? And don't get mad, just look outside. But here's the thing, something has to go, all right? You gotta put death to something. And it's a normal thing, okay? It happens every season. I live in a 4-season climate. Some people don't. Some people live in a 2-season climate. But I get all 4 seasons. So I see death all the time, you know? And it's just a process. And look at the beauty of death. There's a lot of cultures who celebrate death, who have the holiday to celebrate those who have died, or just death in itself, the beauty of it, or the reenactment of it. All of that stuff takes place, the celebration of it. I mean, it's a big deal because it keeps continuing. After death, it keeps continuing, okay? So that's why there's beauty in death, because you have a chance to recreate something new. Or even if it's the same thing, but you put death to it to grow it again even stronger, you know? So you have to do a little pruning has to take place right now for you Scorpios. Some of y'all are probably already doing that. It's a full moon. You probably like, oh, that's it, I'm done. And without even knowing it's a full moon, you just probably felt it like that. Like, okay, I gotta stop this, or I gotta do this way, or this gotta go. It ain't gonna happen like this. Those type of sayings. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, it doesn't matter. But you're in that energy right now, and it's okay to do that during this full moon, to start shedding. The moon is shedding right now, so shed along with it. It's all right. You're going with the energy. Shed right along with the Scorpios. Whatever that needs to be changed, go ahead. And some of y'all might be purging, doing like an inner purge, like a spiritual purge, and that could be tough. But just know that, and I see a yellow bird, looks like the sun is in my eye, so I can't really catch it, but it's yellow. So let's put the spotlight on this. So some of y'all going through a spiritual purge, okay? You might not be feeling well. You might be able to digest certain things. You might be, your body's going through changes. A lot of stuff might be going on here, because that's your body kind of like signaling you, not only do you have to get rid of things in the inside that's toxifying you, but also your environment as well. You got to get rid of some things. You got to purge some things out, so the next trash day, maybe your trash needs to be a little bit fuller than what it was last week. You know what I'm saying? And don't resist the change, because everybody, change is inevitable. That's the only thing that does not, that doesn't change is change, right? It's consistent. So don't resist it, because if you resist it, it's just going to make it worse. And we're in Taurus season as we speak. We done slid into Taurus season. You see how easy Taurus done slid in here? We done slid into Taurus season. So this is a good time to know what's valuable to you and what is not valuable to you. Borrow some of that energy from Taurus. And this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. Have a wonderful day and night during this full moon and Libra energy. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Sagittarius? This is your tarot reading for the full moon energy that was in Libra. Okay, so this is like a budding moon. This is an egg moon. People are, creating, whether it's babies or, things in their life, stuff that's coming out new. The water is starting to flow again. Fishes are starting to move, So I see here you got cups. I say, where you been going? All right, because you have met somebody, or met a group of people or something that you can relate, okay? Y'all like, I can relate? Hey, you can relate. Okay, y'all ain't even got to say nothing, okay? Yeah, you just sitting there vibing. Y'all understand exactly what's going on. Everything is on even plane. You see them two people, they're on even plane. Not one is on high, one is on low. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing no, masculine, stay in your lane. You feminine, stay in your lane. We're not doing all that. Just let's not do gender here. It's just about anybody, anywhere, okay? You are, you got this mutual attraction going on with somebody or a group of people. And it's like a partnership type vibe. It feels fresh, but yet it feels familiar. It's like a unified love. And it could be, a soulmate. It could be the start of a twin flame. Who knows, right? But within it, it's harmony right now. There is a balance, because this reading is about what do you need to balance? What in your life? And that goes for all things. And this is showing the balance. This is showing a harmony between the two. This is like kind of like your opposite side, Sag. This is like a Gemini card all day. So you're in that energy. Congratulations. Wow. Because it could be hard for a sign to do what their opposite sign does naturally. That's why we're supposed to learn from each other. You learn from your oppositions, right? So look at you. So you exchanging feelings, a lot of talking, a lot of communication, texting, whatever it is, pictures, I don't know, but y'all just like, and it's grounded. Like it's not like in la la land. Like it's actually grounded. There's structure behind it. It makes sense, And, just go ahead with it. It's some passion, that the red there, it's fiery energy, and one person is coming with the actions, the other person is coming with the emotions and the practicality of it. But they both have that same kind of fiery passion. That's what I said. It could be bumping into a twin flame. You could, okay, Sagittarius. Listen, make sure you comment below, okay? Because inquiring minds, air, want to know. Okay, so, or, okay, let's look at the other side. Or we can look at business too, with business partners, all that. You could be joining a new organization and you're like, wow, this is like my soul group, my soul family, we vibe, and a group can mean 2 or 3 people. I don't have to be a massive amount. This is 2022, so I don't expect you to be in a mass amount of people right now, but it is happening. It is happening. So anyway, for those of you like, I don't feel no love, there's no love in these cups. All I feel is just a whole bunch of poison. Somebody giving me poison. Them snakes is poison. That lion out to eat me and it's flying over my head. The house is burning the back. I mean, you just got all these issues when you're looking at this card, right? But don't worry about it, Sag. I got you. All right, so you might be going through some breakups. This ain't nothing new to no Sagittarius about breakups or ending something and beginning something. So I'm not going to stick on to that. You already know you'll be able to get over it because you've been getting over it all these years, right? But there's some disharmony and some distrust. Something is out of alignment, okay? Maybe your cup is full, their cup is empty. Maybe your cup got alkaline water that costs $27 a bottle, and this person done went to the swamp and got, some swamp, and that's what y'all gonna exchange. But you don't even know, right? You don't even know. You just trust in each other. Ain't nobody really looking in their cup. They looking at each other and then they exchanging. And I'm like, let me see what you're giving me first before I take it. So it has to be a trust with this card here. But honey, you got some people around you that you looking side at, or they looking side at you. I'm not sure, but at this point in time, if you're not feeling the positivity of what this card has to bring, then let's go on to the other side. It's time to take care of yourself. It's time to do some self-love. So let's just split you in half. Let's do a Gemini mode, Sag. Let's do a practice, okay? You're hearing it from a Gemini. Split yourself in half, okay? We're going to do a masculine and a feminine. We got to do that, okay? Let's be fair with the balance. It's all about balance, right? This is what this is talking about. I don't want to hear nothing. All right, split yourself in half, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Make one side masculine, make one side feminine, and duke it out. Okay, get in the closet, turn off the light. It's okay. You don't gotta be scared of yourself. Some people are, but it's okay. It is yourself. And start to heal the other side of yourself. Masculine, heal the feminine side of yourself. Feminine, heal the masculine side of yourself. Or both sides need to be healed, the masculine and the feminine. But it's some closet work that need to get done, okay, by yourself. All right, and you have to learn about who to trust, who not to trust. You can't just be like handing your cup over to everybody, like they say, casting your pearls among swine. Sagittarius, you got a lot going on right now, so don't be just giving people your alkaline water and they giving you back swamp, and you like, all right, and you might like leave and go somewhere else, but then the same person is doing the same thing. Like, you ain't learned from cup number 1, 2, and 3, and everybody in the audience is like, no, don't choose that cup, no, choose the other cup. And you as a Sag, like, I don't care, I'm about to choose this cup, and you're doing the same pattern again. So this is closet time, okay? And it's a full moon, so it's perfect time to go ahead into the closet to reevaluate yourself, okay? Reevaluate the patterns within yourself. Everybody else, all right, y'all go ahead with that new partnership. Y'all go ahead with that soulmate, that twin flame, that new love. But honey, you giddy. Y'all over here giddy and kikiing as y'all give each other cup because y'all know it's good. He giving you diamonds, you giving them pearls, He giving you silver, platinum, you giving them gold. The next thing you turn around, he giving you some moonstone and you giving him rose quartz. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you turn around, he giving you $1 trillion and you giving him $1 trillion. Like, let's call it fair. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. And there's no question about it. So this goes for any kind of partnership, any kind of business, even when it comes to yourself, a partnership within yourself. If you like, yo, I feel like I'm so fulfilled within myself, this is the card. This is the card. It don't have to be an outside person. Let's start within, and then we go outside. Okay. Have a good day and night, Saggy, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. That's around Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. This is your tarot reading for the full moon in Virgo, or we can call it the egg moon or the water moon, the fish moon, the frog moon, just anything that's moving right now. Let's call it that. In your case, you know, you got clouds moving, you got birds moving. So you've been thinking a lot. I've been thinking about you. Yeah, so you've been thinking a lot in your head, analyzing, structuring, planning, predicting, all that good air qualities, right? That you're using, Capricorn. And, you know, you're doing it in a sound place. So I'm not worried about you in that, you know, especially since you got the king status here. So a lot of y'all are having, you know, really good ideas and thoughts, and they're clear. They're not foggy. You know what I mean? Like, you, even though you see the clouds up there, it's still, you still got the message. You still have clarity in what you're thinking, what you know, what you suspect. All of that is clear to you. And based on all your analyzing and thinking and surveying and questionnaring and all of that, you've gained a lot of intellect from what you've been doing, which is, you know, all in your head type thing. And you're not really using too much emotion at all, you know, literally at all. Yeah, that emotion is more, you're using more of a communicative way, more of a logical way to express things, to get what you want type stuff, instead of emotional way. And that's making you balance, to stay in a sturdy ground, to stay steady on what you know and what you believe, and that's good. You also, in this powerful situation, I don't know if you're in authority over a person, place, or a thing, or a company, or something like that, but you're holding a lot of responsibilities and you're balancing it just well. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this king thing. And you're a Capricorn too. You know, they call you the goat for a reason. You know, you stubborn, you stuck in your ways, but it works. You know, for you, it works for some people, especially if you balance it. And you live in your truth, so that's really good. So you're about that real. You want the real. You don't want no false. Somebody gonna come to you and communicate with you. They want to communicate. You need it straight answers. You don't want no gray areas, either black or white. We're not doing grays right now. So that's how you come in. On the other side, other people need to balance your power, because you know, when you have power over something, you know, over anything, could be animals, for goodness sake, you can manipulate. You can start manipulating things. We look at it all the time. We look at politics. We look at, you see what's going on with the police, you know, you see what's going on with war, all that stuff. It can be manipulation. It could be a misuse of power. It can be, you know, being sneaky, where you know, put somebody in front and you're just the puppet, you know, and they're in front so they can get all the backfire, and nobody sees that you're the actual string master of it. So you could take this energy and do that, because you know, air signs is known, you know, to communicate, and how they communicate will have you knowing but confused, but knowing but confused, but knowing at the same time. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know what changed in your life. I don't know if you won the lotto, but you know how people say when people get money, they change, or I don't know what is going on with you. I don't know, it's a fear. It could be a fear situation where you think everything is going to be taken away from you, everything that you worked hard for. So therefore, you got to come up with this armor of manipulation, this armor. I'm going to use and misabuse my words. I'm going to misabuse and tear up the place at work, even if it's verbally. I'm gonna tear up the place at home. I'm gonna tear up the place just about anywhere I go. Okay. All right. So you might be in that mode, and that's really not a good mode to be in, because you know, what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow, you get what you deserve. So if you're gonna be putting out that energy, Cappies, don't get mad when it come back. And time is going by so fast. I bet you can remember January 1st. I bet you can remember what you wore on January 1st, what songs were playing. See, time is going by really, really. I bet you can remember 2 years ago vividly. All right, that means time is going by so fast. So just check yourself when it comes to your power usage, and use it in a way that can not only benefit you, it's not a selfish thing, but benefit the community, benefit all, because air signs, even though Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra can get a bad rap, they are about people. They are about the community. They are humanitarians of the world. So don't use that energy that you got and misuse it. You know, use it for the betterment of yourself and use it for the betterment of others. Even if you just use it for the betterment of yourself, it's going to trickle down to others anyway, because you're doing you're balancing, you're checking yourself inside, you know, what you can and cannot do, what you should and should not do, which is the best thing to do. Kings and queens do this all the time. They have to check themselves. That's why they're considered to be poised, you know, and always presentable and always this and always that. You don't see them deride, but you don't see the queen all cool and calm on her throne, and the next thing you know, she cursing somebody out on live TV. Like, you don't see that, even though she be doing it. You know she be doing it, but right, take that sword and be like, off with the head. But you don't see that, right? Only Aquarius reporting that, only the bloggers reporting that. But what I'm saying is, there's a poise to it. There's a way of doing it. You know, I shouldn't use them as an example because a lot of people got a lot of bad things to say. But you get what I'm talking about, right, Cappies? All right. Have a good day and night, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants during this full moon in Libra energy. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aquariuses? This is your tarot reading for the full moon in Libra. Okay, they call it the water moon. They call it the frog moon, the budding moon, just everything that's for mating mood, right? Eggs are coming around, all that stuff, hence the Easter egg and all that. Anyway, so let's get into this, Aquarius. So you the hangman, huh? Or the hang woman. Whatever you are doing, you are in a like, hold up, wait, that's what you in right now, okay? And it's fine, you know, it's not in a negative way, because you see, it's like the hangman is chillaxing. It put itself in that situation. It's kind of like putting yourself on timeout. You know, it doesn't happen often, but there are some kids out there who are young, you know, like toddlers, and they know when they did wrong, and they will put themselves in the naughty corner, and their parent has to say, "Well, why in the naughty corner?" And they like, because I did. It might not take them that. It might not be that easy for them to say it, but they know they did something wrong. They might point to it or put their head down in shame or something like that. So some kids are doing it now. To say whether or not, you know, that person constantly gets put into the corner and that's why I knew where to go, that's a debate for another time. Okay, that's a parent. That's my Belly Also Pregnant channel. We can talk about that. But for this channel, okay, it's kind of like you're doing that. You putting a pause to things, people placing things. You might be putting a stop to a project or a contract. You might be about to buy something like a big purchase, like a car or a home or a building or whatever it is, or get into a new partnership, whether it's love related or business related or however it is. You're putting a little pause to some things to give some thought, because you're trying to figure out, like, not trying, you're figuring out what, you know, you need to give up. And this is a perfect time to do that for the new moon, the full moon, because the full moon is all about, you know, waxing. I'm not waxing. Why am I screwing up everything? I'm doing the opposite. Oh my gosh. Wait. Maybe because the sun is directly opposite for me. So you're actually giving up some things that you don't need anymore. Therefore, you can be light and hang like this, and do have more time and more freedom to stay in that position, because you're quite happy where you are right there. You don't want nobody to move. If somebody come by and say, "Hey, hangman, you know, they got such and such going on downtown at 9 o'clock, Aquarius, and this person, that person is going to be there, and this band and that band, and you like, you know, as Aquarius is like, all right, yeah, that sounds cool, you know, but I'm be hanging right now. I'll be hanging in my closet right now, illuminating through my closet. I'll check you next week. You know, you're doing that because you're recognizing that this position, this pause position, is letting you see things in a new light. And it's a beautiful time. It's a springtime, and the full moon was about blossoming, creating new things, you know. New babies about to be hatched soon. New babies about to be born vaginally soon too. But you get the point, you know. So by hanging upside down, you're letting the blood flow to your head. I'm not telling you to go hang upside down, even though as a child I used to do this. Yeah, but to me, I thought it made me smarter. Like, literally, I used to just knock all my spelling words out. But the blood is flowing to your head. So even if you're not hanging upside down, you could be doing a yoga pose where you do a forward fold, during the week. And that might help you because maybe you don't have the money to get out of town and take a couple of days off, a long weekend, or go to a different country, or take a cruise, or even to take a small road trip. Some people ain't got it like that, but you sure enough can do a forward fold in the park, in the backyard, in your bathroom, anywhere. You can do somersaults, handstands, whatever, just to get the blood rolling. You can start running, you could do jumping jacks, get the blood flowing, so that way you can get more good ideas, more fresh ideas, get that oxygen going to your brain, right? Don't stay too long upside down, because I don't want you to be like, oh, but she told me, right? No. You get what I'm saying, okay? But on the other side, this is going to help you, any kind of stagnation, like something like a writer's block, or you used to be motivated years ago, but now you're not, type of energy. This kind of energy, is going to help you make decisions, be more wise on what you decide to do, and surrendering yourself, just letting it all flow out. Be real with yourself. Like, this is the time for the full moon to be real with yourself. And while you're being real with yourself, you can know what you want in your space. Look at the space. Like, you don't want for nothing. He's not asking for nothing. He's just content. Ain't nothing bothering him. You want to be in that mode, but you also want to be in that mode while you're interacting in life as well. And that's what you're learning how to balance, how to stay in a balanced position, not only when you're alone, but while you're out there in the world. And Aquarius says, y'all got a big job to do. You have a very, very, very big job, and that. That's why the passion is there. The thought is there. The ideas are just flowing. From your head to your feet. And it's time for it to get out there. I'm like Aquarius, #1 fan here. So go out there and take some time out. And even if you might miss a trade, a Bitcoin trade, or you might miss a sale, or you might miss free lunch at the cafeteria at work today, or something like that, something where you're like, oh, I need to take off, but I'm gonna miss this, or I gotta do this, but I'm gonna miss that. Well, go ahead and take that time off. It is well needed, well deserved. And when you come out of that time, whether it's time in your home, time at a park, time in a different state, time on a different side of town, it doesn't matter. Just carry that with you from here on out, because only great things come out of Aquarius. If you put your mind to it, right? Be the hangman. And comment below. Have a good day and night. What's around, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? This is your tarot reading for the full budding flower, sappy, water, frog, fish, pink moon. All right. So, whose world is this? The world is yours, Pisces. The world is yours. Whose world is this? Yours. What? Okay. So, for those Pisces out there, you found love. You found love, 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 love. Crazy love. Okay? You done found love. You living in some kind of imaginary bliss, right? I shouldn't say imaginary because it's real, and it could be for those who are still dreaming it, for those who are living it. Honey, there's some Pisces out there who's living that life, okay? They have wonderful relationships, harmonious relationships. Everything is aligned. Anything they create together, whereas one individual or a group of people, it is just magic, 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 magic. Okay, so the 10 of Cups is just bringing you a plethora of energy, okay? And the aura is just shining so bright that your neighbors can see it. People across town can see it. The people across the world can see it, okay? It's shining, okay? So you keep doing what you're doing, wherever you're doing, the ones who are in this energy. For those who are not, and well, yeah, I can talk about both at the same time. Pisces, okay? I always say hug your local Pisces today, okay? But y'all, for real, y'all got like 4 planets. You got a stellium in your sign right now. So not only is it about knowledge, and wisdom that you're going to be gaining, you're also going to be able to, have your dreams and illusions make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you can put it in a form where it makes sense to other people, and other people can learn from what you're putting out there. And then you're passionate about it, and that's what you value too. Y'all better go ahead with this. Y'all use this energy. Pisces, use this energy. Your dreams can come true. Like, literally, like, get into yourself, okay? Okay, some of y'all right now are like, I don't know what she talking about because my life sucks, because you're disconnected. How you gonna be a Pisces and disconnected? Okay, I know it's hard. I know. She's like, shut up. You don't know what Pisces be going through. I know I don't, right? But they're mutable, so I can relate in some sense, right? But here's the thing. You're feeling some kind of disconnect from something, a group of people, a person, either a family member, but somebody close to you. You're not feeling like everything is just like, I don't even know. It could be like a relationship that started when you were a teenager. Now you're like 28 and you're like, ugh, we're just not aligning. We can break up for, just mutual, yeah, I agree. Okay, goodbye. That type of thing, Some of y'all could be forced in a relationship where you trying to make it work. Like, you working hard. You using all the mutable cards. Like, you trying this, you flipping there, you going here, you pulling out rabbits from your hat, and it ain't working. You like, dang, all my mutable energy is being exhausted. You're exhausting yourself. You're literally exhausting yourself. So if you want to get to this 10 of Cups feeling, you know what I mean? And you want to be able to have the same values and the same vibe with someone or a group of people, and everything is just aligned perfectly. Like, no one is, it's a wholeness. It's like a connection. It's like, this is like meant to be, you encourage each other. Everybody's happy, even the upcoming seeds is happy, everything is just harmonious, but anytime this is on the opposite side, it's time for you to be real. This is a good time, Pisces, to maybe get a journal and, something special, a special journal, a special pen, with special paper, because you're a Pisces, you deserve that. And just go into it. It could be $1, dollar stores sell good stuff for $1, especially kind of paper pen. Just make sure the pen works before you buy it. But I'm just saying, it's the dollar store. But try to, this is a full moon, so try to use some kind of distancing here. Go into the closet for a little minute. Don't stay there, because I know you want to stay there, but don't stay there. You know what I mean? You got things to do, right? Like Aquarius, I got things to do. So just go in for a minute, take your journal, like a flashlight or something. This is just a metaphor. You don't have to actually go into a closet. Take time for yourself, okay? No distractions. I don't care if you have to wake yourself at 2 a.m. in the morning, because that's the only time you can get some peace and some sleep, and do some journaling for an hour or so and then go back to sleep. I don't care. Figure it out, right? So figure out what you would like in your life, what you don't want in your life. What are you passionate about? What are your values? What do you want in your space? If you had a choice, what you do? We all have choices, right? But what do you want to get rid of? What do you want to keep? What is holding you back from figuring out what you want to fulfill, as far as your needs and your wants. Okay, we're talking about both here, needs and wants. Okay, you can go there, because with this stellium, you can go there. Okay, and start learning more things about certain topics that you value. You can value, money. You can value spirituality. You can value anything, whatever it is. Start investigating into it. Start looking into yourself, as you're Pisces, and first of all, and then you can look out to external things to see, hey, oh yeah, and let those things start firing off, right? And make, don't hate on your dreams. Don't crap on your dreams. This is the time to shine light on your dreams, and what better way to do it during a full moon, because it's the time for you to sit back. And it's okay to sit back and be like, all right, while the moon is chilling, and is, shedding, let me go ahead and let me shed some light upon myself and seeing what's stopping me from getting this 10 of Cup feeling. All right, Pisces, you're going to be all right. I'm going to hug you from afar, okay? This is a spiritual hug. Hug your local Pisces today. Have a wonderful day and night, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. What's around Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your reading for the full moon that happened in Libra. So this is the energy here. Oh, how cute, Aries. Oh, back down memory lane. All right, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who you reminisce on the love we had? Who is it? I want to know. Comment below. Okay? Not okay. It's more than water in them cups. You got fertilizer. Stuff is growing. You got stars growing out of it. I ain't making this up. I mean, that must feel good, Aries. You just in that joy, right? What? And it's innocent, you know, it's light, it's pure, you know what I mean? And this is like something that you always want, you know, like those butterflies, like that giddy. You know what I mean? When you can't stop smiling, you blushing. Look at her face. Zoom in, look at his face. Blushing. What? So whoever is in your life that you feeling like this, I mean, hey, I mean, it's innocent, you know what I mean? She means no harm, he means no harm, and this is just a beautiful relationship amongst each other, and whether it's an old soulmate that came back, or a twin flame that you're reuniting back with from a past life or something, but it's something about the past. It don't necessarily, y'all, have to deal with the past of this lifetime, you know. This card, I could tell you what I'm saying. So we talking about everything here on this channel. It's just not what you see in front of you, what you experience. This could go back, way back, you know. And I mean, you just finished your whole solar return. You know, we just slid into Taurus, so those energies are still in your favor. You still in the sky. I don't care what nobody say, right, Aries? Right, Aries? So enjoy that innocence. You know, relax in that innocence during the full moon. You know what I mean? Don't think too much. It's clear. Just keep it clear. Yeah, keep your head clear. Keep everything clear. It's so much of reciprocation and so much grounded and rooted that it grows. You know, it's creating something wonderful. Oh my gosh. And it's perfect because what a better way for the season, especially for this moon. We call this the budding moon, but y'all beyond budding. Y'all are flowering. You just y'all like, we flowering early in spring. We ain't waiting. We flowering early. And this, you know, some good stuff come out early spring, some good medicinal stuff. So this might be something from way past when. You might not even be able to remember this one, honey. But let me know. Let me know where that stands. For other people, okay, you might be in the past, and that's okay. Sometimes it's good to go back in the past to grab some of them feel-good vibes and bring them up to the future. And that's what I want to say. Bring it up to the future. Bring it up to now. That's even better instead of future. Bring it up to now. So if there might be some past passions that you had, you know, some past things that made you happy. What was that, Aries? You know, and your childhood. Maybe you're dwelling in that. Maybe you used to play a certain sport, but you haven't played that sport in years, but you know that sport made you so happy. Now it's time to go down to get you those sport equipment gear and go on down there to the store and go home and buy you something. Okay, I ain't got the money. There's a lot of thrift stores. Everybody got cell phones now. I don't care who you are. Everybody got a cell phone, right? So you can call thrift stores, secondhand stores, whatever. You can even look on Marketplace, on Amazon, eBay, all them other type of places, and they be selling stuff. Some people will give it to you for free, especially if you give them a sob story at a garage sale. Like, yo, I ain't got no money but $10, but let me get that hockey puck, let me get them skates, let me get, you know, whatever the case is, let me get that soccer ball, whatever that is. It's time to put some more playfulness in your life, okay? So it's fun to play in your mind about what was in the past, but now it's time to bring it up to the present and into the future. So some of y'all might be adults. Listen to this. Most of y'all are probably all adults. So just bring it up to your adult house, to your adulthood now. You could love painting. Maybe you was the best painter in your class and nobody recognized it but your art teacher. And that's what gave you joy. That's what made your day. You know, maybe you need to go buy you some paint, and maybe you need to go buy you some paper. You know what I mean? Well, one of the artists was named Baptiste, right? He didn't need paper. He went and got stuff off the street, honey. If it was a piece of wood, he would just go get it off the street because it was free. Anything on the street, and would just start painting that. So basically saying there's no excuse. There's no excuse, Aries. We just got through with your sign, so you should have all the mojo. You should be feeling real giddy right now. You should be all in just the memories of what just happened, you know, during your season. Like, my season was lit, you know, this, that, and the other. All right, so now let's bring that lit hood, that innocence into your life. You know what I mean? So whatever you're doing right now, put some more fun, some more things that you did with your childhood. Yes, reminisce on what you used to love back in the day, but, you know, bring it up to the future, bring it up to the present now, and start doing stuff now that you loved back when you was 9, back when you was 5. Some people can remember back when they was 3. It don't matter. I don't care if it's 12. Just go back to that space and bring that present, even if you got to start with just regular things for free or whatever. There's really no, this is 2022, you're gonna hear me say that, there's really no excuse anymore. There's enough information and enough examples where you don't have to be stuck in that vibe. And this is telling me, for those who are stuck, you have so much. Look at this card. Like, literally, like, what are you doing? Like, if you slack and living in past forgiveness, past times, and you're not forgiving yourself, you're not forgiving people, you're holding on to grudges and this thing, that thing, you're not going to be able to have these wonderful cups with stuff just growing out of it, you know what I mean? With the nice foundation and the castle and this, the innocence of love, where you, every day you blush and every day you giddy, every day it's like, yes, right? What Aries don't want everything to be like that for themselves, right? All right then, so I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day and night, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries, and happy solar return for all you Aries who just had your birthdays. What's around, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? Happy solar return to you. Happy birthday, happy flight day to you. Happy born day, happy natal day, whatever you want to say. But happy Taurus season to all of you out there, Sun, Moons, and Ascendants. All right, it's your turn. You're in your power, right? Look at the card. You already started the season and you were already structurally sound with your whoever you with. It could just be just the two of us, right? It could just be just the two people, you and someone else, or it could be 3, or it could be 4. It doesn't matter, right? But whoever you're working with, whoever is involved in your building of whatever you're trying to accomplish, you know, in your life, you found it. You know what I mean? And y'all work so well together. You're on the same page. You know what I mean? If there's any kind of disagreement, it's a good disagreement. It's not like people are taking it personal. You know, there is no emotions here. You know what I mean? It either is or it isn't, and you have to explain why and make, you know, and have the picture so clear, or that the map so clear, or the structure so clear that everybody's aboard, because it makes sense. You know, everything makes sense in this relationship. Everything makes sense practical wise, money wise, foundational wise, stability wise, comfortable wise, harmonious wise, you know, and it's like y'all each one teach one. So even though you might be maybe the ringleader of this project, and I'm saying it because you are the bull, right, with the ring in the nose, right? But people, they might look up to you because this is your project, this is your thing, this is you the one that came up with this idea, you the one, and you need help, you know, making it happen. People are not disrespecting you or looking bad down. You know, people, you know, they have you in a certain position, they always talking about you like she thinks she did, or he thinks he this, or he thinks he that. But it's not like that with this collaboration. It's just like they get it because you're making total sense. Like you're just not saying, just do it because I said so. No, it's like a whole breakdown. We're going to put out maps if we need to. I'm going to build you, a mock model of what the goal is. We got graphs and charts up in this piece. That's so everybody's on one accord. And that's a wonderful thing because you can only build, stronger. This is not like the Tower of Babel. This is going to be something that's going to stand, forever, even after you are gone. And that's what you all about at this point. So kudos to you during this spring. So you're already balanced enough where inside where it's starting to come together on the outside because you did your internal work. So you did all that, and that's why you got this card. Now for other people, yeah, everything I said, just flip it and reverse it pretty much. So there's some distrust going on with other people. It could even be distrust in yourself. Maybe you're holding yourself back from a project. And even doing collaborations, because sometimes it could be hard to do a collaboration, especially if it's your baby and you don't want people to mess it up. Or it could be just, like I said, within yourself, like you're having a disharmony within yourself. One side of yourself is saying this, the other side is saying that. In this situation, especially it's the full moon, take time to chill out, flow a little bit, be like water, my friend. Okay, and start to flow a little bit because this moon is all about flowing anyway. So take the time out, you're not going to miss anything. And even if it's a day, even if it's for a couple hours, even for a weekend, take some time out to just realign what you want and what you don't want, what you value. You're good at that, right? What you value, what you don't value. You know what I mean? What you would like, what you don't. What are your needs? What are your wants? Because another person, and I forgot what zodiac sign it was, but they also had distrust in their reading. And maybe you need to look at them. I don't know if it's a Sag or Scorpio, but distrust is. So maybe that's somebody in your life that's causing that distrust is that sign, and vice versa. But anyway, so definitely take a look at what's going on. You might be working alone and want extra help, and that just comes with time. You don't want to just get any old body to work with your baby with you. You want to get somebody who you can trust. I'm a doula, so you don't want to just get anybody. You want to get somebody that you can trust because you're giving them you're opening up your space, the most vulnerable side of you. You're letting somebody who you don't even know in that birthing space. And that could be what's happening with you, where you're trying to find that doula, to help you not only birth a baby, but to, help grow it and things like that. So even though there's, LinkedIn and all these other kind of sites and love, swipe left, swipe right, sometimes it's just time. It just takes time to put the people in the right places, or you in the right places, Taurus, and you're good at patience. You're better than me at patience in this lifetime. So so you know what it is. So just do your internal work in the meantime. Just know that you can carry on. You know what I mean? You're gonna make sure that you stay structured, you stay on point, you make sense until the universe starts to bring you those people, places, and things that's going to help you build it to the next level. And that can go with anything, relationship or whatever. You can meet somebody, but you meet somebody that has a family that's supportive. You know what I mean? That makes a big difference than marrying into a family that's chaotic. So whatever it is, just keep working within yourself, internal first, right? And then external will automatically come, and you'll be perfectly fine. We're bringing it all together. Have a wonderful day and night. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants for this full moon in Libra. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, Gemini? This is your tarot reading for the full moon in Libra energy. So you got the Queen of Cups, huh? Look at you. Okay, Geminis. So you are all in your intuition at this moment. This is all, subconsciously type of thing. So I don't know if you're dreaming a lot. You might be dreaming a little bit more than what you have been. If there's any Gemini dreamers, Yeah, comment below. So, some Geminis may say, I don't dream. Your mind's so busy that you don't even dream, right? But the Queen of Cups here. So, yeah, so all the feelings and thoughts are going on inside. So if you get a dream journal, if you are dreaming, put it aside. If you're not, if you are not dreaming, you might just want to put a pen and paper on the side anyway, because you might start getting more dreams than usual during this full moon energy that's happening. And because a lot of times when you go to sleep, that's when the subconscious starts to get active, right? So you want to catch some of that information and some of that tea that's going on, especially Gemini's. Geminis are a non-emotional sign, you know what I mean? So the fact that you're experiencing these emotions like in your subconscious is kind of like, it's good, you know what I mean? Because I don't want you to be all scared like, oh my gosh, feelings, whoa, 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 feelings. No, Gemini, it's not like that. So it's under control for a lot of y'all, you know, and whether you know it or not, you know, it shows that around you. So you might see people who are coming to you asking you for advice or asking you for your opinion on certain things when it comes to love, or what should they do when it comes to this or that, you know, because you have this intuitive aura around you that you just know. You're tapped into that, and highly because of Libra moon, and that is your sister sign. So that energy, of course, is going to benefit you as an opportunity, or as a gift, should I say, to tap in, you know, tap in a little bit more than other people would. So right now, you're actually feeling people like you can go up to somebody and you already know what they're feeling, or just look in their face and you already know what they're feeling. You're like, dang, man, I know that person, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Or I know she happy, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, you're in tune with that, and keep that up and use that during this full moon energy time. Just because you see it shedding, you know what I mean, or waning, does not mean that, oh, it's all over the full moon. No, that stuff be lasting. And you know, if anybody know Libras, you know Libras. If they ain't ready to go, they ain't ready to go. When they ready to go, they ready to go. Okay, so the energy is just lingering over here. So use this intuition to balance out your life. Especially if you have a question, you know, ask yourself first, because what better way than yourself knowing what to do, you know what I mean? So ask yourself first, write it down and ask yourself first, you know, what is it that you should do? And based on you having this nice connection with the moon energy and the subconscious mind, you'll be able to answer your own questions. And that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway every day. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We look usually at other things in order to help us make decisions, when it actually is supposed to be inside out, right, Geminis? Right. So she is in her head right now. She is not really, you know, she's surrounded by water. You're surrounded by water, meaning emotions. That means other people could be emotional around you. You know, you could probably get in your feels for a second, just a second, and then snap out of it real quick, because Queen of Cups is not really, she know how to balance her emotions really well. Like she knows where to cut the boundaries are, where all the sob stories, she's gonna stop right now, because I done knew it. I know you full of, you know what I mean? And you ain't gonna pull that wool on my eye. This is what's going on right now. You know, I feel your aura right now. You giving me red. So I'm coming back tomorrow when you turn blue, and then we can have a conversation. This is what the Queen of Cups, she is emotionally balanced. So make sure you stay emotionally balanced during this time. If you feel like Gemini, you just popping off, you ain't emotionally balanced, or your dreams are going nuts, you don't even know how to decipher them, or you're not dreaming at all, but you're kind of like having these outbursts, you know, just some inconsistencies with the emotions. You don't know how to deal with all this yucky feelings of what is this type stuff. You know what I mean? All right, you can go into the closet, you can light a candle, you know what I mean? Metaphorically, okay? This means time to yourself, and start taking care of yourself. You know, take a bath, give yourself a foot bath, a foot massage, whether you massage your feet or you let like the water do it. However it is, you know, do some type of self-love, self-care, something like that. Also, if you're dependent like a whiny kid where their parents can't never leave them nowhere, they always just whining all the time. Don't matter if they're at Disney World, they whining. Don't care if they're at a birthday party, they whining. You don't care if they got all the gifts in front of you, they whining. They just run to somebody for comfort, usually their mom or their dad or something like that. Don't that energy might be happening with you in it, that for you Geminis, and that's just not gonna cut it. Especially with the moon in Libra, that's just not going to cut it. So start taking care of yourself a little bit more. Don't look at other people to take care of you and to love you. Start to love yourself during this full moon time, and you got the time to do it during the full moon, because that's what it's all about anyway, is stopping and taking time to take care of yourself. Because queens take care of themselves, right? Right, whether somebody is with them or not with them, a queen is going to make sure she takes care of herself and that she checks her emotions at all times. So you make sure you do that, Gemini. Oh yeah, and keep that dream journal next to you, right by your bed, next to a working pen or pencil. Have a good day and night, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. What's around Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your tarot reading for the Libra full moon energy, and you got the Emperor. So, look at you, Cancers, all right? So, some of you Cancers are feeling like the world is yours. You're taking the world by the balls, and, it's your playing ground, you know what I mean? That you are structured in what you're doing, you're of sound mind, you're balanced, and your authority. You can make wise and fair decisions, when it comes to your life and other decisions that you may be responsible for, other people or other establishments. You know what I mean? And you're doing well at balancing it. It's kind of like, even if you're a female, it's kind of like you taking on a higher level of what a father figure would be. And the reason why I just used the word higher, I'm trying to come up with something that the idealistic father figure, because not everybody had a father in their life, or if they did have a father in their life, didn't always do fatherly roles or fatherly duties, what in your mind you thought should be doing, that type of thing. So, and what does that do? That provides structure. Father provides structure. It provides discipline, you know what I mean? It provides authority to say, no. When a dad say no versus a mom say no in a two-parent household, it's a totally different no. You know what I mean? A single-parent household, it plays off a little different, but in a two-parent household, when a mom says no, it's different from when a dad says no, right? So you have to apply that, in your life, Cancers, you know what I mean? No is no means no. You have to set boundaries for other people, you know what I mean? And this is not an emotional card at all. This is about being fair. This is about having compassion, you know what I mean? Having some type of understanding of what the person is going through, making fair judgments based on that. Also considering, your position, because this is Aries. It's like Aries energy all over it, and we just finished Aries, but Aries energy is still lingering. So you still use that energy and burn some of that emotions away. Maybe you're getting wrapped up too emotionally about this and about that or whatever, and this is just not the time for you to be doing that according to this card. You have to be more of the Emperor. Even if you're a female, it's time for you to take charge. You know what I mean? As if a idea father would do. You can apply that. Or even if you look at, an Aries who is about that life, you know what I mean? Where their life is, they have a powerful status and they're not abusing their power. They're being a great leader and a great, director to other people. You know what I mean? They know how to take some chaos, any chaotic situation, and fairly, disassemble it, where each party is fair, each party is satisfied, but it also knows when it ain't got time to hear your blah, 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 because you need to do this, that, and the other. So learn from the Emperor, and for those Cancers who are doing this already, continue to do that, because, having that balance between, what is logical and what in the emotional part of it, it can screw you up a lot of times. But now it's all about that, what is making sense to you You know what I mean? It's not like you, if somebody say, oh, you being hard, it's not even like being hard like that. It's just like having boundaries, you know what I mean? Having like, you know, hey, you only rules, regulations, principles to if you're going to enter into this kingdom type stuff. You know, for those who are feeling, you know, the opposite or whatever, you might be in some kind of abusive relationship where somebody is overpowering you, where they think they're your father. You know, you ever been around somebody, you be like, you ain't my daddy. You know what I mean? So you might be going through something like that, where now it's time for you to step back and take a look at why you keep getting to these relationships, whether masculine or feminine. You know, why you keep getting to these relationships, these abusive relationships of such authority and such power, where it's making you digress than anything. You know, maybe you need to get counseling. Maybe it's like a childhood trauma, and that's what's causing you to repeat a lot of cycles in your adult, because you haven't resolved those things yet. You know, why are you feeling powerless? Why do you feel like you can't, you know, rule the world, or whatever you into, whatever you passionate, you can't take over, you know, that industry or over that that territory? You know what I mean? What is stopping you from that? And you might need to start doing some journaling and writing down your stuff, write down your expressions, or whatever it is that you can express yourself. You might need to go back and do that and cut some time out in your days to do those things. Some people do boxing to express, to get stuff out. Some people paint to get things out. Some people just dance, you know, to get things out, just wiggle, you know. But you got to find something to get all of that out, where you can now get it out, any old baggage, any traumas, any all that, and then now you can construct something, you know, that's more sturdy, foundational, all about you, your dreams, your passions, your goals, you know what I mean, your intuition, what you're here to do. You know, I know what everybody else here think you should be doing. That's not what the emperor do. You know, so start planning a route. Start, you know, doing checklists of things that you know you need to do or look into in order to improve yourself, improve your confidence, improve your verbal skills, you know, improve your balancing emotions, you know, getting your emotions in check, emotional intelligence. You know, how do you get that the EI to work for you, not only when you're alone, but also in the world. And for those Cancers who are already got it going on, they done balance their emotions versus, you know, thought and all that, and they about that life, y'all keep on going. And it's recommended, yeah, that you stay that balance. Don't let the emotions flood you. Don't let the Noah's, what do they call it? I said Noah's Ark, not Noah's Ark, the Great Flood. Anyway, y'all know what Noah and all that, the Great Flood. Don't let the Great Flood come. Okay, you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna keep it dry. How? Tap into some Aries energy. Tap into some Aries energy. Look up what Aries is all about, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, and there's some Capricorn energy too that's in there, and start using that. Start using that. And I'm not saying get rid of your emotions, get rid of your feelings. No, I'm just saying tame it a little bit. You know what I mean? Use some emotional intelligence. Check yourself. Have a good day and night, Cancers. Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. What's around Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? This is your full moon reading in Libra energy. So look at you. You got your opposite side, the moon there. So yeah, you using that intuition like a mug, huh? Your gut is just talking to you like, yeah, do this, yeah, do that. And you're like, yeah, self, yeah, let's do this, yeah, let's do that. My goodness, you tapped it. You probably get around people, probably can read people's energy. You know what I mean? You like, go up, no, my gut is saying this, my gut is saying that. And that's a really good thing, you know? And which means that you're just right aligned with the full moon energy. And this is about balancing. So you're balancing out, you know, your intuition with other outsiders, you know, whether it's somebody telling you something or, you know, a message here or there, you know, that's coming to you, but something inside you is saying, no, this is the way to go. You know what I mean? Trust yourself, you know, trust your intuition, trust your gut, you know, trust your solar plexus, trust it, because that is you, and you will get your reward. You will get the 10 of Pentacles that's right underneath it. Start trusting yourself, Leos. I mean, you're not Leos for no reason. I mean, you chose to be Leos, and you know what comes with being a Leo. You know, so with great power comes with great responsibility. So definitely, start checking in with yourself. Just don't fly by the night. No, I'm just going to go do this. I'm just going to go do that. Blah, 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 blah. No, check in with yourself. Make sure it's okay with you first. And if it's truly holy, okay with you, Leo, then you go and make that move. If not, then you put a hold on it. It's the full moon. It's no rush, but it's a full moon. Everything is pretty much on destruction and low-key, whichever one, low-key destruction or just low-key / destruction, however you want to put the words together. It just depends how you live in your life, right? So take this time, Leo, okay? Put the sun in the closet. Maybe you want to write some things down, do some journaling, and tap in to what's going on. If you're dreaming, put a dream journal next to you. That way when you wake up, make sure you have a pen, something that works, marker, crayon, doesn't matter. Have it right next to you. And when you wake up, don't go to the bathroom. Write it down first, then go to the bathroom. Don't get up and yawn and stretch and then write. Write, then yawn and stretch, because it goes like that, right? Because we have so many distractions in life that holding on to especially a good yummy thought can be just distracted by an alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, right? So definitely take care of yourself by looking into yourself and giving yourself this quiet time during this waning moon period, so that way yourself can guide you to this happiness, to this generational wealth, to this abundance of joy and sunshine and clear blue days every day type feeling is coming to you. And those who are already tapping into themselves and listening to themselves, right? You are on your way. You are on your way, because right behind it is the 10 of Pentacles. So keep that balance, within yourself. Really start trusting yourself, Leos, and have that courage to go out in the world and roar. This goes for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Have a good day and night. What's around Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? This is your full moon reading for the full moon in Libra, or the pink moon, the flower moon, the water moon, the egg moon, however you want to look at it, right? You got the Knight of Wands, okay? So you are really passionate about something, Scorps. What is that, okay? And you taking action about your passions as well, like you about that life. You're not playing with it. And we still have some lingering Aries energy over. So you must have started this fire during Aries season, because we just rolled into Taurus. So whatever it is, it inspires you to be very impulsive as hell. And you just like, I'm out, I'm going, and you're driven.